Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a mani transformation and showing how I get this really gorgeous French manicure bow design. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so here are the nails I'm starting with. You can see that they are super grown out and definitely need to be refreshed. And I saw these really cute Frenchy bow nails on Nails by Sue on Instagram. I will be sure to leave credit for her on the screen. I thought these nails were absolutely adorable when I saw them, and I knew that I had to recreate them for the new year. So here I'm just taking one of my Sparkle & Co. mani mats and I'm putting it down because I am going to be using an e-file, and this just really helps collect all of the dust and make cleanup a little bit easier. And the first thing I'm going to do before I can take off these nails, I'll remove the rhinestones. So I take a pair of cuticle nippers and I just sort of pop off the little gems. I do this just because I don't want to ruin my e-file bit. It just makes the product come off a little bit easier and saves me some time with the e-filing. So I'm just popping off these gems, and then I will go ahead and start filing the nails. Now these were the nails I had on for Christmas, so this video is a little bit overdue. And you may have seen the bow design on my Instagram. I did post this manicure for New Year's since I did them for New Year's. But I didn't have my tutorial ready at the moment, and now I do. So I'm going to be sharing you guys really the complete process I go through when I want to change my manicures that are on top of nail extensions. So like I said, once I'm done popping off those gems, I'm going to go in with my e-file, and I keep it on sort of a medium speed so it's fast enough to get the product off, but also not super fast that it's going to do any damage. And I really make sure to just take off the colored gel polish as well as the bulk of the product underneath. So these nail extensions have been on for quite a while. I think I've filled them maybe 2 or 3 times already. So they are definitely ready to come off within the next manicure or so. So I'm going to file off the product this time and do a fill, but the next time after this I did actually completely take off the nails just because they were so grown out. But basically the nail extensions that I have on are my full cover gel tips. I do have plenty of tutorials for how I do my gel extensions with this method on my channel, so I do recommend you check those out if you are interested in a more in-depth tutorial on the actual application. I find these are my favorite nail extensions. They literally last so long. I can get like almost a month out of a manicure if I really wanted to. And they are so durable and practical for my personal use. So I really like how these nail extensions came out and lasted. And of course they are super easy to do a fill on, which is what I will be showing here. So I'm just wrapping up the filing here. Like I said, I'm taking off the color and then majority of that builder gel underneath, just so when I do my fresh application the nails aren't super thick. Alright, and then once I'm done e-filing, I do go in with a brush just to remove any of that excess dust, and then I like to take a hand file and really perfect my shape. So I like to go along the free edge to really make the nails nice and pointy again, because when they grow out they can tend to lose a little bit of shape. And I also go along the surface just to remove any unevenness or color still left on the nails. And now I'm going in with a cuticle pusher to gently push back my cuticles and remove any of that dead skin. This is really important in the prep process for the fill application. This is what really gets your manicure to last as long as possible, so I do recommend following this step and the next steps for really good adhesion. And here are what the nails look like all ready for the new application of product. So first I'm going in with my Gelfully dehydrator. This is only going to go on that little bit of natural nail towards the cuticle, and it's going to dry the nail plate and make it ready for application. And then I do follow that with my Gelfully primer. This is again just going to add a little bit of stickiness for that gel product to really grip onto and last as long as possible. Here is the rubber base I'm using. This one is from Madame Glam and it is in the shade Malaysia. This is a really nice sheer soft pink color that I think looks really good on nail extensions, either under any sort of gel polish or just alone by itself. So for my gel application, I like to start with a decent sized bead on my nail towards the cuticle area, and then I thin it out towards the tip and leave majority of the product towards the apex or middle of the nail. And this gets me a really nice structure and makes my nails nice and durable. So after each nail, I do go ahead and cure in my LED lamp for 30 seconds just so I don't have all of that product moving around when I'm working on my other nails. And I will just keep going on with this process for the rest of my fingers. This application doesn't necessarily have to be perfect because we are going to go in with a file once all of the nails are cured. So you really just want to get a good base layer on the nails, especially focusing on that cuticle area where there was no product. So once I was happy with the application on all of my nails, I cure one more time for 30 seconds just to make sure everything is nice and dry and hard, and then I take a little wipe with some rubbing alcohol to remove that tacky layer before filing. Then I did go ahead and file off camera. Basically all I do is just go along the free edge and surface of the nail to give a nice shape and structure. And now we can get started on the design. So I'm starting off with my Madame Glam Soak Off Gel Base Coat, and I'm doing a nice thin layer of this over all of my nails, and this is going to really make sure that gel polish design adheres properly. So I do a nice thin layer of this, make sure to wrap the free edge of all of my nails, and then I will cure for 30 seconds. Alright, now I'm going in with my French manicure design, so I'm using this gel art liner from Bellavina, which is no longer available, but there are plenty of other options online, and I will link one of them below. And I'm just going to paint on a rough shape for my French manicure, and then refine it to my liking. Now this does take a little bit of practice since it is a freehand design, but the more you practice, the easier it will get, and I think a French manicure is so classic, it's really easy to get that perfect line once you do it multiple times. You can also take a little brush dipped in acetone or alcohol to also clean up that gel polish before curing. So then here is really the star of the show. I have this gold gel pot from Madame Glam, which I have not used before, but I'm pretty sure I got it quite a while back, maybe even like Christmas of 2022, I want to say, sometime around then, and I haven't had a chance to use it, but I thought this would be the perfect time. So I'm taking a small liner brush. This is actually the same one from that white gel polish that I just cleaned off before using. And I'm going to paint a small little bow at the center of the French on each of my nails. Now, this does take a little bit of practice, just like the French, but once I did a couple of nails, it became a little bit easier to get that design going as I liked it. So I'm just going to keep repeating that process. I just make two little circular teardrop shapes at the middle, and then I make those two smaller lines coming out the bottom of the bow. And of course, since this is a gel product, it will need to be cured for 30 seconds to fully dry. Alright, and then once I'm happy with the design and all of the nails are cured, I'm going to apply a layer of my Madam Glam Soak Off Gel Top Coat to seal in my design and add a really gorgeous shine to all of my nails. I do make sure to wrap the free edge, and then I cure for 30 seconds once I'm happy with the application. Alright, and here is a finished look at the manicure I was able to create with the French and bow design in mind. I'm really happy with how these nails came out, especially considering with what we started with. I think this is a really nice refresh and something perfect for the month of January. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.